want to like kind of bring you guys on my journey to how I am starting up my new brand.
Open up, you OPN. Bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends.
So basically, yeah, I've gotten like a lot of requests for like how to run your fashion business or how to start a fashion brand, blah 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 blah. So like I want to just talk about my own like story, starting like an online ready to wear Peter Potter brand. I hope I got that properly. But basically it's an affordable luxury brand. So I have like decided that I want to do that. It's ready to wear, so basically you're shopping off the rack, and then I'll be bringing out designs that I intend to. Basically, I'm going to walk you through it. So let me talk about the things I've done and the things I'm yet to do. Basically, let's start with that, and then little by little I'll be chipping in like the realities of actually like relocating abroad. Yes, because a lot of people actually think it's very rosy. Like, I mean, I'm grateful, like eternally grateful for this opportunity, but it's not a walk in the park basically. So I'm going to touch one or two things here and there, talking about like, you know, the realities of starting all over, like out abroad, basically relocating abroad on your own, alone, without knowing anybody in that country. I mean, it is easier if you actually have like family or friends or somebody where you're going to. It's so much easier than going and starting out on your own, literally knowing no freaking body. So okay, let's talk about the things I've done. I have like a very long list. This is like my planning mood board, because the things I've done. I've started writing my business plan. In fact, I feel like I am almost done. It's just the financials that is left for me. I've still writing my business plan. I've created my business plan mood board, everything that the business is about, what we are going to do, how it's going to operate, the process, everything. I've already opened a new Instagram page. Oh, and let's be clear, this is like second attempt at trying to do a ready-to-wear brand, because all my life I've been doing bespoke. So basically bespoke is people are coming for your services, so they probably already have something, an event that you're used, like they want you to do something and they're coming to you for your expertise. Basically with ready-to-wear, people are buying your products. So you can see that the business model is so different. So I've not, like my first attempt, I tried to do it while I was in Nigeria, but what happened? I got busy with my bespoke brand that at a point I just stopped. Like after we did the first collection and I sold most of it, I just like kind of paused it and told myself like when I relocate I would start again. And right now the goal is different. Like I want to sell on an international platform. I'm hoping one day my brand will look something like House of CB or a big, like you get luxury ready to wear brand basically. So I'm trying to do it properly. I've opened like an Instagram page. Also, like I'm planning on using like my brand name, like my own personal brand name, to push the brand. So I want it to be Karina 7th Avenue. That's the name it was always, but like the page itself was in that. So I changed my personal page name and turned this new page into like my name. So Karina _ 7th Avenue. If you go to that page, what you see is my ready-to-wear brand basically. I'm just like putting up content, trying to like do brand association right now, like associating my brand with, from the pictures you can kind of see what, like you can get some like words, some strong words from it. Like you can see that it's for like strong women, working class women. You can kind of see women that like can afford their own lifestyle basically. So yes, let me tell you. Okay, now so let me talk about one of the biggest like realities of moving abroad, especially if you are coming from a developing country where your currency is low, is you have to deal with everything being expensive. Like for me, I actually went flat broke when I came here, because like I would say I was scammed. I don't care if that's how the French culture is, but I would say I was scammed because I had to pay. I rented like a really expensive apartment when I went like from Nigeria. Like, before coming here, I'd rented the space, and I realized that it was so expensive for me that I stopped business for like a month, or I think, yeah, for like a month, when I came here to, just get used to the system and settle in before I continue again. So, and then I was scammed because I had to pay twice or even 3 times for nothing, because that apartment did not have a kitchen, which was so stupid, and Paris is expensive, and I think I didn't really like understand the meaning of Paris being expensive. So when I first came, I was just spending, like acting like a tourist. So basically I became broke, and then the time I decided to move out, I actually lost my security deposit as well. So all those things made me so broke. I was spending so much on, and in fact my 1 year rent in Nigeria was my 1 month rent here. And then imagine me having to pay twice in a month because of that. I don't care. The system is stupid. Everything is long and annoying, and I feel like they take advantage of foreigners, especially if you do not know anything about this system. Like, the system has loopholes to make sure that foreigners fall deep into the trap and end up having to pay through their nose. So I became broke, very, very, very broke. Like, I've never been that broke in my life. I mean, there's been times where I've actually not had money, but I knew that like in the next 1 hour, okay, 1 hour is too much. In the next day, like, money is going to come. That kind of thing, where I knew that, okay, even if I don't have money now, like, it cannot be for long. Like, for this one, like, I did not have money for stretch of days. Like, it's something I've dealt with it growing up, but like not like since I started working. I've always had money, so this was like really, really like a hit for me. Like, maybe not like all the money in the world, but I mean, I had money to do what I wanted to do for myself. And for me, like, I don't have a lot of needs. Like, I do not want a lot of things. I don't go out so much. I don't party. I don't spend a lot. The only thing I can say I really spend on is on food and on my business, basically. So I don't have a lot of needs. So I don't like need to actually like need a lot of money to sustain myself like that. So I was really flat broke. And plus, I didn't know anybody here. My only friend I knew here had to still move out. Like, she relocated to another country, so that one was quite hard. And my friend herself had to deal with her own thing. So like, literally, it was like I did not know anybody here. The language barrier was such a big deal. Like, you cannot get a job here if you do not speak French. It is so horrible. Well, this is gonna be a really long video. So let me talk about all the things that I have done right now here. So basically, I have a point here where I talked about brand packaging, business cards, logos, labels, tags. I already have tags. I don't have brand packaging right now. I'm figuring out that logistic. I used to have brand packaging, which was really cute, but I finished it with with the previous collection that we did, and I'm starting all over again. So like, when you get to the page, you probably not see any of our previous collection. Just like a few things are here on the, what do they call those things? Those Insta story things. You shall get the point. So I'm going to, and I want like really cuter brand packages right now. So I want to like do a new set of brand packaging. We already have a logo. You can see it on the page. Then I previously had like a business card that I was using that's like for like all my businesses, and that one was already included in it. Right now I'm deciding if to keep using that or to change it. I have tags already, which are so cute too. Oh my god, like pink marbles which are so, I think they're so cute anyways. So So I'm here to do clothes tags, like clothes tags for the clothes itself. I'm sorting that out as well. Then you can also see here that I talked about what my brand is going to be representing, which is strength, power, and femininity. I always write down my stuff, sorry guys, because it's always a lot. And then you can see that I actually here I describe what I want my ideal customer to look like. Not necessarily my ideal customer, but like if you think of, if I imagined if my brand was actually a person, what would be her, like her job, where would she work, how much would she earn, where would she live, what her values and everything. I highlighted it there because it helps me to like understand what that kind of woman actually needs and goes for it basically. Then I wrote my mission, my vision, the things that, like, you see what my brand represents. I want to look for other things that kind of represent it. For example, for strength, if you go on the page right now, you see things like cars, travel, you see things like what else, like a crown, like, I mean, she's a strong woman basically. So I have that. Then I also read my marketing plan. Of course, that's like the most important part of like this entire thing, because if I make pieces and then people don't even know them to buy them, then there's really no point. So I put down my marketing plan, what I plan to do like weekly. Sorry, I keep touching my ear. Somebody has told me to stop that. To stop that. So also I put down my business model, which is very important, who my key partners will be, what my channels will be. I'm here to, another thing I've not done actually is like set up my website. Right now, like I actually have like a WordPress domain, which I'm planning on turning into like a shopping. I need to stop touching my hair. which I'm planning to like turn into like a shopping domain, a shopping site. But right now it is so expensive, so I mean I have to either save up for it, and to be honest, I've been googling every single day for like what cheaper options I have. I've seen Shopify and some other ones, but like ultimately I think I would really love the WordPress one. It's just that the funds at the moment is not here. So, and then plus I want to like build up my Instagram page first before I kind of start up my website, which is probably not what I should be doing. I should be doing the website first before but the truth is, if the website is there and I do not market it, then there's really no point. It's just going to be a waste of time, to be honest. And then if I don't have enough content for the website as well, it's kind of going to still be a waste. But I already have the domain, and it's karina7thavenue.com. So I already did that. I already bought that domain, so that one is good. Oh, and those things, like, I didn't just do them now. I've done them before, because I said like my personal brand was Karina 7th Avenue before. So right now I just want to use that name since people already know me with that. So it already has like kind of like a brand association, like is it brand as well, like an identity basically. So I just want to like use that to push the brand. I hope this works out, because I intend to like sell to like the strong woman regardless of her color, her skin color. And also, yes, I wrote down I do not just want to sell only clothes. So like I wrote down other services that I also want to provide. So under that same brand umbrella, this season has really taught me the importance of just not doing only one thing. So I'm thinking, what other things could I do for the brand that would bring income as well? So I wrote down about 6 other things that would be part of the brand as well. So it's not just clothes I'm going to be selling. I'm also going to be selling some associated things like accessories, services as well. I'm going to be selling lots of services, so in such a way that even though we have this kind of season again, I do not necessarily have to like stop my business. I tried to get a job. I eventually got something. Thank God I have like other hand skills that I use, like I can do. So like I was able to get something. The income was extremely ridiculous, but at least it was okay. And then it helped me. being in that place actually helped me to network, helped me to meet people. So it was really good, like people that were English speaking that now introduced me to like further French speaking people. So it really helped me, the fact that I wasn't just sitting at home or moving, because I came here to school, like moving from class to and I'm always like I was always at this school, like I was always at the school, like you would always find me there. But like me being like in the place where I was working, like it really helped me to network and move. So like being broke is a big reality that you might have, especially if you're coming from a country where your currency is really low. Like I mean Nigeria's currency, I'm going to remove that. It is really, really effed. Very, very bad. So being broke is like a serious big deal. Like it's a serious big deal. Like if you don't get your shit together, you might be homeless. I remember me and my friend told me, I used to joke with her that, man, I'm going to sleep under the bridge soon, or if nothing happens, because also getting an apartment is not a walk in the park. There's a lot of paperwork involved. And when I tell you paperwork, oh, I was frustrated, because I'm like, how is like getting an apartment? I have money to pay you. Like, why would you stress me this much? And then if you don't speak French, that is also another big deal. It's a struggle, I'm telling you. I'm slowly just getting used to it, but it's a big struggle. Moving on to the other things like I wrote down, like I have in my mood board. Eventually like going to do a digital mood board for all the things that I have here. Is my process. So all my process is, I need to stop touching my hair. The one thing I want for my brand is I do not want to mass produce, because for me, if we're talking about sustainability, I believe that less is more. And I mean, I want to do something luxury, even though affordable, but luxury. So I don't intend to like mass produce. So I'm going to be making like few pieces for each of the outfits I'm going to be selling, and once it's sold out, we move on to the next best thing, or we move on to the next color, or we move on to another color. And I feel like from my research of how most like luxury brands are, I mean most international luxury brands are, I see that most of them, that's actually how they, I mean luxury ready to wear that affordable, that's how most of them actually like create. They do not like mass produce, and I've never actually liked the idea of mass producing or like mass production fast fashion basically. So that's not me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make limited amount of pieces. So once that's sold, that we move on to the next design or the next color. That's how I intend to run this. Marketing is going to be like, for me, I've not really figured it out completely yet. I know I want to use Instagram. I'm going to do sponsored posts. I intend to actually like stock at some boutiques as well, like some small or big boutiques. I don't know yet, but I already like wrote down the proposal for that. I intend to do that as well. Also, like I intend to like see how like this place is, and see how, and thankfully like I feel like I have a few people that I would market to here, because you know I said like I've started making friends, really good people here and everything, and they're also teaching me like how like things run here, because it's really good for you to see things from your customer's perspective. I mean, I'm coming from Africa, and I intend to build a brand that it's relevant to everybody, not just the African woman. So like I've been trying to do a lot of learning here, and they're saying how people buy, what they respond to, blah 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 blah. So basically yes, in terms of marketing, video content, I think they sell more. And from my research, I think it's more like valuable for businesses right now. So I intend to do a lot of that, like nice videos and all the likes, and also like take really nice product pictures, which was something I didn't do in the past. I feel like was one of the reasons why like the business wasn't like perceived to be more than what it was basically. So I intend to like take those things really importantly, and also like I really intend to create a social media community, because I feel like people will buy from you based on support and loyalty when they have a relationship with you. I've been speaking a lot with my friend Sandra because she runs a successful fashion business. I mean, not luxury, but like very affordable fashion business, and she has done it really well, and she has actually been like teaching people how to like run their own businesses. And also we've been talking back and forth especially about this brand because she's really good at doing that. And then we talked about how to make sure like visual merchandising is like on point, or like contents are on point. Then another thing I've already said it, I need to like kind of make sure that like I need to make sure that my brand is like we have like a strong social media community. Like one thing I know, like that I know is my strength, is keeping like returning customers. Like I feel like for my all the time for my brand, I've always done that, so all my customers keep coming back. I hope to like reflect that as well, to get my customers for the ready to wear brand to keep coming back, as well as I'm also trying to like leverage on a larger community, a larger amount of people, like getting new customers, which is a little bit hard for me, because for me the way my business model has been for like my bespoke brand is get a few customers, get them coming back, get them telling all their family and friends about my brand and invite them. So like I never had to really do like market advertisement, or like I did a little bit, but like I never had to kind of constantly go out to look for customers. Once I got like my first set of customers, that was it for me. Like that kept multiplying. So like for me, this is like something new. I intend to like explore all the marketing options. I am very, because I also am very keen on selling like the services I plan to provide. I know that I have a huge strength in selling services, so I also intend to like sell services in this brand. And for me to do that, I need a very strong social media community, so I intend to do that as well. Everything is still like, and for me I feel like I always like start stuff. That's one thing about me, I'm such a doer. If I want to get something, like if I want something, I would get it, like I would go for it. It doesn't matter if I have so much experience, and then I keep learning as I go. So that's one thing I feel like I'll definitely do. I would keep learning. I'll make sure it's important for me to actually like start now, but like there's still a lot of things I've not yet like done, I've not figured out. I'm still writing. Like I have like my whole picture covered. I have my mood board. I know what I want like my customers to look like. I know like what I want them to wear, what I think they would be interested in wearing. I figured out the logistics, how the production would be, what the sourcing would be, and also like in terms of scaling, I'm still working on that as well, because I intend for us to scale as well. And for me to scale, I need to like have it figured out as well. So like I'm still working on that. That one is not yet completely done, but as I'm going on, I'll keep sharing my journey and things I've learned, and like learning from experience, learning more by the book. I'm not going to start when I have it completely figured out. I mean, as a matter of fact, by next week, like we will have fully started. Right now, like we're just like preparing, the preparation phase, but by next week, like we'll have fully started, because I want to like start producing immediately after the lockdown. So I want everything to be like all set. So it's just what is left is to just find customers and start producing and the likes. And then I'm like, I've already started producing some samples. I've been so lazy in the aspect of making clothes. God, two things I've been really lazy with: making clothes, and there was another thing I can't remember. But like, I mean, I've started producing the samples, at least one. I've started with one. As I move, I will start doing that. I'll continue doing that as well. And I think another thing that's actually kind of making me a handicap is I don't have access to fabrics and the likes and blah blah blah. Okay, so I think one question somebody will ask me right now is how I intend to fund this business. A lot of my personal money is going to go into it. I mean, like I'm hoping to like get a proper job soon. I'm doing a lot of things now, like side hustles. The one good thing I'm very grateful for is like my educational platform that has not stopped. Even while I moved, I was still doing classes. Like that one never stopped. It was just the club making business that had to like halt for like a month, and a month after, like I already started taking more orders, not as much as before, but like I was able to leverage on my customers that lived abroad, and also on Instagram. I mean, I got like my first new client I got, she's French, but like she's getting married to a Nigerian, and I was able to like get her from Instagram. I decided to follow a lot of French people on my business page, so like more people like got access to my content, and then that's how you build more customers. So that I intend to also put in some of the money I make from my bespoke also as well into it once I get a proper job here and I'm chilling, because the most important thing is for you to make money in euros. Since you're spending in euros, if you're making money in naira and you're spending in euros, it is still a struggle. Like it's not bad for me, because I mean I can pay my rent, I can eat, maybe not the best thing I want to eat, but like I can still eat, and there's a lot of free places to go to in this place. So like I don't have, like it wasn't as bad as when I was broke, because like I was dead broke, as in broke. But like I mean I really like I'm hustling for job right now that is English speaking, because I still know if you speak French. But like once I get a job, I'm really hoping that happens next month. Like I'm chilling, I'm going to like actually push in most of my money from my job that I'm doing into this brand, because I really want it to be successful. Like I'm challenging myself to make it a success, because I've really not run a product-based business before. Okay, I have with my footwear. So but like I feel like I can do like so much better, and I really want to challenge myself to make this work. I feel like it can, if I put in all the effort and I do it right. That's why from the onset I decided to write my business plan, come up with a mood board. Like I am taking it seriously. I think I've talked a lot. I haven't thought about being broke as one of the realities of moving abroad. What other things? Oh, missing your family and friends. Like for me, I used to pride myself in the fact that I do not miss any freaking body. Like if I'm here, like if I'm here, like I don't miss anybody. I'm just like, but I've been missing my family and friends a lot. It helps me that I talk to my family members, every single one of them, every day. Like with video calls, all the people that actually mean something to me, I talk to them. Even my friends, like I talk to them like every other day. One of my friends, I talk to her like every single day. So like you get it is you can be lonely here. It's lonely, especially if you don't like have like family and friends. Like you are basically alone. It is one lonely journey. But like it gets better when you put all your head in your work, or you go out a lot, or you make new friends. It gets a bit better. But yeah, that's it. So I'll still, like, as we move on, I'll talk about one or two more realities as we go on, and then I'll also feed you guys in on how the business is doing when we finally like kickstart, basically, or how like I'm getting one or more things done, blah 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 blah. All right, ciao. I need to go and sleep now. I'm sure it's like, I don't know what time it is in the morning. Just before I go, Fashionova is giving away $1,000 to anybody that is affected by COVID. It's not really a business this thing, but I think it's something that you can benefit from depending on the story that you share. It could be your business story, but it has to be how COVID has affected you.